Dashpoet. Animal Limericks. There once was a spoiled young fish, whose mum granted him every wish. So when he said, "Me, I want friends for tea," his pals were served up on a dish. The name of the world's smallest wren, believe it or not, was Big Ben. An unlikely tag, but Dad was a wag, and Mum a comedienne. There once was an artistic shrew, who painted and sculpted and drew. Her pictures were small, just dots on the wall, and her carvings were tiny too. There once was a transvestite fox, who loved lacy garters and frocks. He never wore pants because of the ants, and always wore 2 pairs of socks. There once was a hungry young seal, who raided a fisherman's creel, but armed with a club he guarded the grub, and that was her very last meal. There once was a faithful old hound, whose master dropped dead to the ground. A year and a day since passing away, the bones of the couple were found. There once was a devious snake, who pretended to have fang ache. The dentist he tried just said, "Open wide," and that was a fatal mistake. There once was a jovial hawk, would rather tell jokes than squawk. His favourite jest, the one he liked best, a fly without wings is a walk. There once was a talkative bird, who parroted all that he heard, but without gleaning context or meaning, so duck was his very last word. There once was a deluded cod, who believed that he was a god. He thought he could fly right up to the sky when he was hauled up by a rod. There once was a duck who did sums, who counted on feathers, not thumbs, and still to this day his record, they say, was 1016 bread crumbs. There once was a criminal eel, who found a posh motor to steal. He just picked the lock, and with a quick shock he hot-wired the automobile. There once was a literate ant, who studied the writings of Kant, but his other books were stolen by crooks, so knowledge of Plato was scant. There once was a lovely old bee, made honey to sweeten my tea. Then one sunny day she just flew away, and now life tastes bitter to me. There once was a lonely old skate, who needed to find a new mate. His first wife lay dead down on the seabed, surrounded by pieces of 8. There once was a paranoid mouse, who heard scratching sounds in her house. In fear of her life, she picked up a knife and chopped off the tail of her spouse. There once was a gastronaut croc, who pan-fried his fish in a wok. With consummate skill, he filleted brill and boiled up the bones to make stock. There once was a flea-bit old rat, who hid in the town crier's hat. With such a loud shout, the rat scooted out and flattened the town crier's cat. There once was a faithful old dog, whose master was lost in the fog. The master was found in treacherous ground, and pulled by the leash from a bog. There once was a prescient pig, who tried to stay thin as a twig, not eating at all, so hungry and small, he knew it was worse to be big. There once was a wacky old goat, set sail in a leaky old boat, then far out at sea drank 6 cups of tea to wash down the frog in his throat. There once was a moribund sheep who tried to stop falling asleep. Then one fateful day she started to sway and fell to the ground in a heap. Cheers.